Have you always been this way? Have you
Hmm.
always been a faithful person? Or
Hmm.
have there been times in your life where you were a seasonal believer?
Mm, 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 mm. That's deep. Um, I'm lucky that I've always had an attachment and a want, um, but it's fluctuated over the years.
As
It's
it
definitely
does.
fluctuated. What do you say?
As it does, yeah.
As it does, right? And then the outcome, the product has been different, both in how I think and in how I act. Um, the funny story from middle school. People say, I don't know if you think this is true or not. Have you ever heard of people say like there'll always be this time in your young adolescence, probably around like while you're going through puberty, where you just like have this really, really strong urge to like seek God and be like super quote unquote religious. Have you heard of this concept or not really?
I have not actually. No.
Okay, some people say that. I don't know how true it is, but I had an instance where like in middle school, I don't know, I just started getting really like curious about religion and watching certain YouTube videos and so on. And I remember I would like learn things, but without the proper framing. So I was like learning that, okay, for example, the Day of Judgment is on a Friday. So I'm like, oh my God, it's on a Friday. It could be any Friday now. I didn't learn about the signs, the Day of Judgment, none of that. So I was like, okay, it could be any Friday now. Oh my God. I need to like, return to God and to return to Him and so on and so forth. And so I was like, all right. And then I attended some lectures at a few mosques that like really got me thinking. I'm like, oh my God, like I have to go deeper than just playing basketball at the mosque. I need to become a better Muslim. So what did I do? I told all the girls at school on the first day of eighth grade, guys, I'm no longer hugging y'all. Because saying hi was just a hug back then. So I was like, okay, I'm no longer hugging any of y'all. They're like, what? Like, Momo, are you kidding me? They come, and I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. Like, I can't, I can't. I didn't even have the courage to say it's because for my religion. I just said, no, I just can't. And that was that. Like, this is my hard line stance that I took. That was like what it looked like based off the knowledge I had. So there was this idea of like wanting to be committed to a broader to an idea of like being dedicated to something. And then when it came to my high school days, it was this journey of like I just want to be I want to follow a rebellious spirit, and my quote unquote religion at that point was our high school beef against like a rival high school in the district. And so I was leading school chants and so on and so forth, different football games and leading all these actions. And then to college, uh, it was like this transformation into the bigger picture, the bigger thing I want to be a part of now is actually a political movement tied to my Islam. And so instead of chanting out at football games, I was chanting out at politicians. And so it was like this trajectory where like I think always deep down I wanted to be a part of something bigger. And I would kind of fluctuate in terms of what that is. But the journey and kind of the reflections were always there. And one thing that came to mind that I've been like wanting to improve on is that I remember on my way to Gaza, we had a bunch of obstacles come up. Lost our luggage, flights got delayed, multiple stops, all these different things. But I was so excited to see Palestine for the first time, outside of when I was like 6 months old. I was so excited to see it for the first time that I had a smile on my face and it was genuine. Like I like nothing could deter me. I was just so happy and so excited to go see Palestine. And I reflect on that experience. I'm like, you know what? Like I need to have that mentality in terms of life itself and me trying to seek meeting God in heaven one day. Like that needs to be my mentality. I can't get brushed up by inconveniences in life and times where things are down. I let it put me in a way better, way worse mood than it should. Like I should have that conviction that I'm like, oh my God, like heaven's real, God is real, and and like I'm excited for it, and like anything that comes my way, I'm ready to deal with it. That's the journey like lately that I've been reflecting on. Like I need to get to that stage. And God granted me a version of it in that mini that mini experiment with On My Way to Palestine. But I have yet to really dive into that and have that in terms of, life itself.